Hello, I am Barbie Plosson, and for my Futures project, I decided on the topic of nuclear weapons in Pakistan. The question is, can Pakistan keep their nuclear arsenal out of the hands of jihadists? Pakistan's nuclear arsenal is the fifth largest in the world. This means it is even larger than Britain's arsenal. Pakistan also has a history of sharing nuclear information with less than peaceful countries, like Iran and North Korea. Their unstable history of the military taking over randomly also causes some concern. When the U.S. found Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, he was located near a military base. This caused concern for the U.S. because not only did it seem like Pakistan was not helping us locate him, but it also made Pakistan leerier of the U.S. because we crossed their borders without their knowledge or permission. This is Graham Allen. He is an expert on nuclear weapons and runs the Belfer Center for Science and International Affairs at Harvard. According to him, there are three main concerns: jihadists taking nuclear weapons and launching a nuclear 911, the transferring of a nuclear weapon to a rogue state like Iran, and a military splintering or coup in Pakistan and the takeover of nuclear weapons. An unnamed official from an intelligence group in Pakistan says the nuclear assets are completely safe. They are stored without the nuclear heads attached to the rest of the weapon and at separate locations. This would make it very difficult to steal a complete weapon, even if the criminal was able to penetrate the military security. They call this demating. Pakistan views their nuclear weapons at risk more from the U.S. than from jihadists. They actually move the nuclear weapons around a lot because of this. When they do, it is not very secure. They are convinced that the U.S. is out to get their nuclear weapons, and so they move them to different locations with unmarked and unsecure delivery-type civilian vans. You can see that in the picture. They do this so that the U.S.'s satellites won't pick up what they're doing and learn the locations. Now, the problem with this is that it forces the U.S. to devise secret plans to secure the weapons. The U.S. has no choice but to do this because the frequent moving is leaving the weapons vulnerable to theft, making them a real danger to us and the world. Jihadists have no problem using weapons of mass destruction to achieve their perceived war for God. Pakistan does have a professional group that oversees these transfers to keep the weapons secure. They say the weapons are safe because of safeguards they employ. They fully vet people in the program and the military and then continue to monitor their behavior. They feel they can discover if someone is falling prey to the jihadist agenda that way. They also keep fake storage sites. They feel this will help divert attention from the actual storage sites. Yet, the Ministry of Interior issued a letter back in 2014 that discussed the worries they had about keeping the arsenal safe. It states that many terrorist groups are located and thriving in all four regions of Pakistan, including an area where nuclear facilities are located. It also discusses the fact that a certain terrorist group is growing in popularity within the ranks of some of the Pakistani army and families of senior and mid-level military officers. So, although Pakistan claims publicly that they have full confidence they can keep the arsenal safe, internally they realize there is a danger, but still continue to operate the program and relocations in spite of this. It doesn't appear that Pakistan can keep the arsenal safe long term. They refuse to get help from the U.S. or the United Nations. Because of this, the U.S. does have plans to complete what they call render safe missions. Some are small missions that will go and deactivate whatever weapon has been taken. Some are bigger missions in case of a violent takeover. Having those plans are really the only way we can prepare to avoid worst-case nuclear scenarios in this type of a situation. Perhaps we can find a better way in the future if Pakistan decides to work together with the rest of the world on this. Thank you for watching my Futures projects. Here is a list of my sources.